Huzzah! We should be working. Although I've got a bit of a pink thing in my face. There we go, that should help out. Stop the pink thing being in my face. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lazy Min Paying. I'm Les. Nice to meet you. And today, I'm supposed to be working on starting the new flat pack thing. But we'll see how it goes. So, I have the instructions downloaded because it gives you a QR code on these things. So if you ever get a TT combat thing, you've got a little QR code down here. And that's what you get your instructions from. So that goes up there now because I don't need it. Because I've downloaded the instructions onto my phone. You can see I'm going to be following these. And the first one we make is apparently this corner piece here. And it doesn't give you any numbers, it doesn't give you anything, it just expects you to be able to find the things you want. I went through earlier today to sort out. I'm also going to give it a few minutes because I'm not feeling great, I'm not going to lie. Not doing good. Not doing good. The smell of burnt wood isn't helping. So, no, leave that there for a minute because I'm going to need to. This is not a good start to a stream. It really isn't. How is everybody? If anyone's even in. I don't even know if anyone's even in. Ali's in. Oh, there we go. Hello, Ali. Yeah, not feeling too great tonight. I'm going to see what I can get done. And then take it from there. Oh, if I'm not even feeling good enough to start. Oh dear. Yeah, not good. Not good. Let's try some tea, get a drink in me. I'm going off the instructions, because that's what you're supposed to go off. This big bit here comes out first. This is a very, very large bit. So I'm going to be super careful not to break anything. Especially where on the lines where it's CNC'd very lightly. See these bits here? They can still break. I'll see what I can get done, Ali, and then, yeah, if it does turn out it's like, no, I'm going to have to stop, then I'll stop. Don't worry. And then next is this wall section, which is the red bit on the phone. Pardon me. If anyone sees my colour suddenly drop, say something. I'll probably feel it, but just to make sure that I'm not an idiot and don't do anything about it, tell me. If I look like I'm about to turn into a grey alien or something, let me know so I can not be on screen while I'm doing it. Good evening. Good. Oh, I've not got the bloody thingy up, have I? So I can't read the names from portrait mode because I've not got it on my phone. I'm just can't. I'm gonna have to make that bigger so I can read your name. Sorry for this. Sam. Hello, Sam. Sorry, Sam. I can't read off the little green box in front of me, and it's not bringing it up in the other one. What we are making tonight is we are making at least the first corner of an orc bunker. That's what it's gonna be tonight. Good evening, Beaky. How are you doing, Buzz? You alright? We need to pop these bits out because you need to pop a lot of bits out of the middles of these. Yeah, that green box is becoming really, really difficult to see for some reason, and it's not showing up everything. If I do that, does that make it a bit easier for me? That does make it a bit easier for me, so I'll leave it as that. So, hiya, Sam. Sorry for not catching you a minute ago. It's being funny with me today, is this? And my brain's not working properly either, so that doesn't help. Not that it works properly most of the time, but tonight is just, no, it's just not having it. My entire body's not having it tonight, which is why it's probably going to be a quick one again. I don't know what's been wrong with me recently. If I can figure that out, I should be alright to be able to get on to do the longer streams again. But until I figure that out, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You are bored. You are bored, Sam. Alright, grab a couple of models, have a chat to us, or have a chat to us. What have you been doing over the weekend? In fact, what's everyone doing? Everything. Okay, Sam. See you later. Thanks for calling in. If you want to hit that like on the way out, feel free. So, this section is supposed to now go on to here, I believe. If it'll actually slot on. Now, these are supposed to be really, really, really snug fits. So, the fact that it's being a bit of a pain to go on isn't too bad, because they are supposed to be snug. But it does help if you get it lined up right in the first place, doesn't it? So when you're putting the pressure on, you're not snapping it, you're actually pushing it on. Now, is it that little bit there? Is it that little tiny bit that's actually... You went to Chicago! Was it nice? Was it windy? Chicago's supposed to be windy, isn't it? Good evening, Raymond. Raymond? And Cam, hello. Hello. Yeah, it was a bit mid, alright, okay. Trying to bond with people in chat. No worries. I'm not sure who we've got in yet. I know we've got a few of you in. Nice to see you all. And if you are working on anything and you want to let me know, or if you put it in work in progress, we can go check that as well. I'm not going to lie, at this moment in time, I am not feeling up to being on camera. But if I knew that beforehand, I probably wouldn't have done the stream, so good job I set it up really in advance. Now this is being real pain in the backside and not wanting to slot up. It's definitely the bit that's supposed to go on there. It's definitely the bit that's supposed to go on there. But I'm putting it on the wrong bit because I'm an idiot. Right, so you're saying this actually needs to go. So you're saying it actually needs to go at this end. Okay, so you're saying that's supposed to go there, not where I... And it fits perfectly, so obviously it goes there. Bloody idiot. Piece one done. Now we need to find the two thick bits, which are these two. And they go on the end pieces that I thought the other one went on. Fair enough. They go on there. So again, snap them out, but try and be careful not to actually damage them because they are still MDF. And then what do we have? If that one's supposed to go on to there, then how's it supposed to look once it's... Aha. But that doesn't look right either. That looks like it's supposed to have something else go behind it. Because it looks like something else is supposed to go into that section. I'm not sure why that's how that's supposed to go, but that looks kind of right. These are supposed to be simple to put together, like even an idiot like me could do it. Then we get the big long piece, which is the bottom inside section. Pardon me, sorry about that. hours in. Probably shouldn't have streamed tonight, but I've started now, so I might as well carry on. And this is supposed to slot into there. And that is going to grip it there at the bottom to give us at least something to hold it together. Up beside it down now. Oh, that's because it's got little bits to go in. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. These two little bits here are supposed to be the next bits that go on. Yeah, I'm using instructions. I'm using instructions and I can't read blue names. Really don't like having to do this in the middle. Oh, is that Graham? Ah, it's Graham. How do, Graham? You're Mr. Blue Name. Right, I got it. I believe I am due some kitty cats soon from Graham. If anyone is interested, Rose Den Hobbies is where I've got them from. And which is Graham's store, as you all know. Well, some of you know, some of you may not. I have looked at the terrain templates for the 11th edition, and technically, once I've broken these down, they will fit. But they also go together as a very, very big piece of terrain as well. So I don't have to use the templates if I don't want to. Probably a good idea too, in fairness, but if I'm doing more narrative than tournament based, then I don't have to use the little templates. But these will fit on it. I do have another set which I've got to put together, which are more template based, so they will go onto the templates a lot easier as corner buildings and smaller buildings. Some of these will require glue, as I've just figured out. Okay, so now we've got them. We want the other two pieces, and they fit in these little gaps here by the looks of it. Yep. So these two little bits here go in the gaps. Welcome back, Sam. And you're going again? Yeah, they should fit on Fargrim, but I'm not. It looks like it's the right sizes. It's not as tall as Games Workshop terrain, but it is tall enough, especially if you pile it up high enough. Yeah, just snap that bit off because it's going to do me head in if I don't. Then these bits go into here like so. Oh, you're photographing the Inquisition at the moment. I wish I'd known that before I placed that order. No, actually no, because I need to fill out the rest of my 8-bound. So yeah, get the 8-bound filled out. Get the cats for sparkles so I can do them. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream those or not because those are just, I'm just getting them for sparkles. So whether or not I actually do them on stream is a different matter. Right, and I know we need to keep those pieces. Oh. Yeah. Should have definitely thought about this one. Okay, now it's this section, but we've got to take the mesh bit out as well. So not only have we got to pop the square piece out like that, we've also got to pop this bit out of the middle because it goes in and kind of behind it. Don't ask me why they want us to do it in and behind, but they do. And this bit goes on this side. Right, got you. There we go, so now it can actually stand up. As I said, it's not full 40k size, but it's more than enough to stand a model behind. Blake. Hello, Blake. Welcome in. Welcome in. And welcome back. I know I need to keep that bit to one side along with those bits because they go in the backs. So now we need this section and this section. As I said, there's no actual numbers on these. You've just got to do it off sight from the instructions. Pardon me, I'm so sorry about that. So that's the top bit. So this bit goes in first. Kind of have to read the instructions with this. And that bit goes in there. And that bit goes on top. There we go. Now for all the fun bits. Which is, of course that bit fell out. This is why I have glue here just in case. Oh yeah, proper IKEA style. No real instructions, just pictures and figure it out. You've got brains, we hope. I mean, the instructions didn't even come with it. I had to get them separately. So I'll put a little bit of glue in there so I can grab a rubbish brush, which I should have more. I should have one here somewhere. That one will do. And then I can actually put some glue in the joints there. And hopefully that means it'll stay in bloody place this time. Once it's dried anyway. Once it's dried. I'll put it up against that one a little more. There we go. Right, now I can take that bit out I was about to take out, which was, I can't remember which bit it was now. Oh, it was that bit. It's that bit right there, because it goes on the end. I've just remembered. I have 3 streams out of oh, thank you very much, Ali. Thank you very much. I'm in all honesty, Blake, I'm not actually feeling too great at this moment in time. Right up until I was coming live, I was not feeling good. I have 3 lives, all saying upcoming, so let's delete that one. Right, I should only have 2 lives now, and they should both actually be live, which is my portrait mode and the normal one. Hopefully. What's wrong? I'm not sure. Well, it's my usual. I have stomach issues. Don't abuse painkillers, people. It can mess your stomach up quite badly. Right, so this is supposed to slide up here and slot through that gap. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So, yeah, I'm going to see how long I can go for tonight. I'm not going to lie, I was ill just before I started, which is not good. So, oh no, long bit goes on the ins. Long bit goes on the, I don't get how that's, oh, now I do. Long bit goes on the inside of this one. So that means it's supposed to go through the back hole. I can't believe I've just said that. Well, it goes up through that back hole there. There we go. See, nice and clipped. I'm going to have to cover a lot of this in. It will get glued together, eventually, once it's been painted, the paint will hold it together. How are you doing, Hal? I always say that, and I don't know why. But yeah. Instead of saying hello, how, I say how you do. And it's not meant to be a pun or anything, it just happens to come out my mouth that way. Sorry. Alright, now we need the little cross sections here, which are these little red bits that you just got on my phone down in the bottom corner. You doing alright? Good, good, good. Glad to hear it. And then these go in and fill all the sections, which are... It's saying it's supposed to go into them. Now, is the one longer than the other? Or is it supposed to fit up and slide in and lock it all together in that kind of way? They don't make it clear. They don't make it clear. They just give you little directions and goes, right, they go in that slot and they go in that slot. They don't tell you it's supposed to go in any others, like the top slot. Which in this case, it is supposed to kind of angle up in and then pop in there. Come on, get in, you bugger. There we go. I do have an angry kitty behind me, for those of you who noticed. Sparkles has just gone upstairs and the kitty's not happy about it. That'll be why it's got them little angle versions there. It is going together quite well, in fairness. Now, this isn't my first TT Combat kit, but it is my first Orc version, so this has got more detail on it than the other one that I had. So, and it is going together reasonably quickly and well, and I'm getting surprised and shocked. You know, when something goes together that well, that all of a sudden it becomes a, am I actually doing this right? And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, which are the cappers for them. Okay, so well, there's 4 of them. Excellent. 2, 3, 4. All done. Boom, boom, boom. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. How's the absolutely ludicrous idea of the chapter that you're making going? Because of all the additional bits and bats that you're going to have to put on just to make sure you've got apothecaries in the right area. And Louis, you made it. More Daka. Daka, Daka, Daka. You did, you made it. You made it, Louis. I almost didn't, but you did. Right, so these are the cappers for this bit. This is going together a little bit too smoothly for me to not be worried. I'm not lying. This is, why is it going together this smoothly? And then we want, how many? It's showing 1, 2. Right, so let's have a look at the bottom and see how many. So there's 1 there, 1 there, 1, 2, 3. It's going to have to be 4, isn't it? Unless there's a double one somewhere. It's only telling me to put 3 of them on, and there's only 3 on this sheet. So it's telling me to use these bits, which are going to be the feet section, to cover up the bottom of certain bits. Now it's only telling me to put 3 on, but I can see 4 places I could do with it. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that final 4th piece. It wouldn't surprise me. I can already smell burnt wood, and it wouldn't surprise me if this just sets on fire in my hands. It really wouldn't. Not at this moment in time, anyway. I can already feel that I'm just having one of those moments. It's like, where's that come from? Or is that a spare one? They look to be spare ones. Or at least ones that I'm not supposed to use yet. So I'll put them back over there. These are the cappers for the bottoms. So these are supposed to go down there. And my phone keeps turning off. And then 1 on this one and then 1 on this one. So 1 there. I'll put that back on in a sec because that's the top. And 1 there. That needs glue. along there. And that'll help that stay on. Like so. Ha! It is working. Oh, it's the double one that goes down. Right, so there's a double one, which is that one there. And that goes. You see 4 on the sprue? That's a bigger one than the other. That's too big. It's that one that went. Yeah, the other ones are, see that? They're nice and small. That one's absolutely huge. Oh, that's the joys. Yeah, I've had to reverse storm bolters and things, and that's not fun. Especially if it's a shoulder sling. I don't like doing that. That's why all my missile guys ended up having the missiles on their arm. You gotta go, Blake. Well, thank you for calling in. You have a lovely night, and I hope to see you. I'm hoping better on Thursday, so I can do a full stream. Oh no, what am I doing Thursday? I might be busy Thursday. I've got to figure out what's actually going on Thursday. That's going to be fun, and that is looking to be the nice corner unit. Oh, so right, I now know what these bits, and the big one that you saw a minute, Fagram. And Francois, hello, welcome in. These bits are gonna be kind of a girder. See, at no point on this does it show me that one of them's slightly hat cut, but one of them is definitely. So that's supposed to go on there, and then 2 of these are supposed to cap on the end, on the sides at least. So I think I'm going to be better off putting them on first. Otherwise it's just going to slide all the way up too far, and it's not going to work. You've now got 8 suits and 1 for what? You're not allowed to do this, Cam. You're not allowed to do this to me. You're not allowed to just print out brand new armies and just say, yeah, he's done now. It's just not fair. It's just cheating. Some people probably say me putting glue in there is probably cheating. But now we've got a girder. And this goes in that lovely little place there to act as the final hold the up bit, but that bit is going to need glue on it as well. Luckily I can dip that bit in glue and just pop it in, and that should have it done. So there is the first piece. Now it's only one corner, which, looking at it, I think I'm going to actually end up having, I'm going to have to fill the holes in as well. How do I fill the holes in? How do I fill the holes in? And what piece is even that? What piece even is that? That's that piece, which is finally the capper for that. So that's all them used up. Good. Because if you've not got bits, then it's kind of awkward to figure out where they're supposed to go. Now, I knew we had to come back and use this bit, because this bit goes on the inside. But to make that happen, we have these very awkward little bits here. That, again, you've got to try and push out without breaking them or snapping any layers or stuff off. Makes it all more fun. It does. I mean, plastic sprues are one thing. MDF sprues are way different to work with. Way different. You do get the advantage that they snap a bit easier to get bits out, but sometimes you don't want bits to snap, and they do anyway. The forever mouth is getting more mouths. No, we're not doing that, Francois. kids get hurt when you try that stuff. So we get this bit like that, and they're all supposed to go on like so, all with the curvy bits going backwards. There it is. Oh, curvy bits facing in the same direction at least. And then we come back round to this, and then these go in here. That looks like it's got a bit that needs to actually come out. Tiny little bit of wood that hasn't been CNC'd off properly from this side. I can't get my fingers in there very well, so let's try and get something else that might at least remove it. A little bit of damage I'm not too bothered about. I just don't want to snap anything that I'm not supposed to. But anything that I can get away with saying, no, it's a gun hole, I'm fine with. A bullet divot or anything that could be texture is fine. Yeah, no, don't shove concrete in your hole. Not unless you want possibly the shittiest little display ornament of the inside of your own colon. And let's face it, I don't think anyone really wants that. So now that we've got that open, this comes through from behind. And there we go. So it's layered back, see? Even though it's where it came from, it is now recessed into the hole. Now what else have I got to do that with? Oh, I've got to do that with... How do we... Alright, so these bits here do the same, but in those holes. So this should be fun. If you're gonna shove things in holes, make sure you put a bit of rebar in for support. Just in case you are considering doing something, you don't want it to fall off. And you don't want it to be a weak connection, so rebar for support. So get the right ones of these, and then in behind underneath there are two little holes, see? I'll get around that way, you can see easier. Them little holes there. And these slot in to those, apparently. If you put the right window in the right side. I don't intend to be bricking this one up, so I'm alright. I'm relying on most of the detail that's already been CNC'd into it and like burnt into it. And then we get a window. Good night, Ali. Thank you for popping in to say hello to us. You have a lovely evening and get some sleep before work tomorrow. And I hope you've had a good weekend as well. Still not heard about the leprechaun, but we'll give him a chance, we'll give him time. Is that the last bit for that corner? That is the last bit for that corner. So that is what that piece is supposed to end up looking like. Which, as I said, for a corner piece, works perfectly fine. I can pop him there. And then, there we go. Mr. Psycho Dude on top. Mr. Banner Dude can go on top as well. So he's more than capable of taking at least a 5-man unit up there of the big Space Marine types. And even if you was to put them next to it, they can still stand behind and be hidden by the wall. That building needs more teeth. Teeth. This is only a corner of it. This is only a corner of it. That's the full building with extras. So this is only one corner, and I can always add to it afterwards, which is a good part. We can always add to it afterwards. Now I know these bits are for making the weird cornery sections here. That's what these bits are for. I figured that out because I couldn't figure out where they were. I was looking for the one sprue with them all on, and apparently there isn't one sprue with them all on. They're scattered across everywhere. So now we have the second sheet, which will be the second corner. So we'll leave you there. Move the blade away from me so I don't cut myself, because we all know I bloody well will. Plastic card. I don't think I've got any plastic card left. I mean, I've got stuff I can make teeth out of, so that's not a bad thing. But I don't think I have any plastic card left. Right, so this is... I've got to break this bit out first. Lovely. And then find... Yeah, so this does the same as what the grate did. This has pieces on it that will make it sit in this and but recessed back. Oh, fun. So yeah, the further mouth is the thing in Inferno. If you see it, you now... Yeah. Yeah, he's got to go num 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 num. Because it is... Well, he's hungry. All the time. Too many mouths to feed. That's his problem. Alright. As I say, be careful with these because I don't want to snap the thing it's got to go into, but I do need to get this out of the middle. And it is MDF. So it's doable. Clamshell plastic would work, yeah. These kits have got a lot better. Now I've had my eye on these, on a few of these art kits for a while. I've just been waiting for them to come down to a price that is more acceptable for me, and budgeting for obviously getting married. Right, now how many is it supposed to have on it? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to guess 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. And there's 1. That does not wish to come out. Whole helmet has been missing because of the forever mouth. And so if you see the forever mouth, it's too late. If you can hear it, run like the bloody clappers. And hopefully it doesn't spot you, or smell you, or hear you. Otherwise you're gonna num you. This is coming along, this Inferno, how isn't it? It's coming along with your character building. And your world building. So if that's got to come in that way, that means I want them to go on like that. So then these are the bits that are getting glued because that was really loose. Like really, really loose. Uncomfortably loose. So, bit of glue. Could do with a bit of a tackier glue in fairness, but standard PVA will work. You don't have to panic too much over not having anything better than school PVA, because it's sufficient, don't worry. And then once you've got them, they should all line up nicely to go into here, giving this another recessed section of wall that's been caved in and plugged up. There we go. So just enough of a recess that is there. How are we doing, Rouse? You okay? Nice to see you back in. Nice to see you back in. So we have one wall of section number 2. wasn't good wave. That was not a good wave. I'm not saying one of them type waves. I mean one of the whoosh type waves. It was not a good one. Now we get the floor out, which is this big section here. So don't ask me why it starts with the instructions start by telling you to work off piece number 4 and then 3 and then 1 and then 2 and then 5 and then 6. Don't know why it does it in that order, but it does. So we have to work with it. So we have this way around. This goes onto this section. Provided I don't drop it all over the place. It's okay, Rouse. It's okay. It's a come and go as you please type of place. So if you're not here, then you've got stuff to do. You've got busy life. You got busy life. We do not criticize you for having busy life. Because we all have busy lives sometimes. Right, next piece is this one. Now this is going to push it up an extra floor bit, I think. So this is going to make it a bit taller for this section. By the looks of it, anyway. We're going to have a tall section, which is good. So, Cam can. You got a Snapchat. I came off Snapchat ages ago. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't see the point in it. So window at top, but that way around. Okay, and you go in here. Stay there so we can hold it up. Thank you. And then there's supposed to be another big wall section, which is this one, but am I supposed to take all that out by the looks of it? Yeah, I'm supposed to take all that window section out there. That's rather odd. That's a good big section, and you've put a square in the middle of it. So am I supposed to use this square for something? It's got that square in the middle of this section that I'm supposed to take out. You made a project. 500 butter squishies. That's a lot of butter squishies. I'm not even sure what a butter squishy is, but it sounds tasty and nice. I want a butter squishy now. What's a butter squishy? Because it does sound nice. Just because it's got the word butter in it. I like butter. And buttered chicken. Most things with butter in usually taste good. Especially with real butter and none of that vegetable oil crap. If it's that vegetable oil crap, it's not as good. And then, so we have a piece to go there, and then a piece to go up there. So where's this little... Right, so it's going to be another one of these to go up into this, into that section, and then these join up along here and along there. Right. You only need one for this moment, and then need both of them big bits, big long bits. There's one. There's two. Now, do I want the curvy bit at the top or the curvy bits at the top? Of course it is. So in this case, the curvy bit goes up like that, and that's coming off. So glue is going to be needed again, because you just don't quite fit on, do you? You're just not going on right, are you? Oh no, now it has. Okay, now it has. I'm not going to complain. That bit goes on there, and then all that bit goes in there. Stay. You're not gonna. You're being a pain. how do I get something to grip that in? And then we want another 4 of those bits, which there's 4 here, and they wish to cap them off. It looks like there's going to be something that goes over there. I hope there is, because otherwise I don't think it's going to be that steady. 1, 2. Nope, these are going to have to be glued on. Okay. Fine. If you want to be glued on, you will get glued on. I'm not too bothered if you want to be glued. I'll just do that. See? And now when you go in there, there's glue that's going to dry and hold you in place, I hope. That's the idea behind it. And let's hope it works. You've got to go as well, Hal? Not a problem. Can you join the live? In all fairness, Rouse, I'm not bringing any guests up tonight, just in case I have to dash off and acid wash a bit of porcelain. I don't want to be leaving people hanging up here without any controls and things to do. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here. I mean, I could, with the way I'm feeling, it could be any minute now that I go, sorry people, gotta go bye, and then I run. So, not tonight, mate, not tonight. You have a bit of a chat to us in Discord at some point, that's fine. But I'm not bringing any guests up tonight at all. Sadly. I know I could probably do with some. Just people that are more interesting than me in general. Which could be any of you. You all have lots of things that you could talk about. And we could chat and... But no, sadly not tonight. I'm not bringing anyone up. So even if EB was to come in, or Dan, or Liv, or Blake TV, JV, even Captain, as a lot of you know I am, out of all of that list, I'm probably closest to Captain. And even him I won't let up tonight, just in case it's a... No, I've got a dash, mate. I've got a dash. See you later. Right, now we need the broken bits to go on the top of there. Now, I think it's the taller bit that's going to end up... Is it the taller bit on that side? I think so. And then one bit on that side to give it a broken wall. And then a full one to cap out the end. Eventually. If it'll go on. Go on. Get on there. Son of a... Get in. Thank you. And then you can go back on, because you're supposed to be gluing and drying. And by close proximity, keeping that one in place. So that when I'm just going to give it all a small break. No worries, Cam. Yeah, give it a bit. What am I making? I am making... Rouse, sorry, I am making this arc bunker. Now, I've started with... I think I've done that corner. And now I'm doing this corner. Don't ask me why it's making me doing them that way. But it is, for some strange reason. So now we've got them. We need the... How many is these? 3, and there's 1, 2, 3 in a row there. And that's the bit that I need, and I almost... See, stab myself on that then. And these go into the gaps that these have left. In between them. So these go in here. I was wondering how I was going to fill those gaps, and now I'm answered. So yeah, I mean it's quite a cheap kit, especially if you look for Amazon. Look for TT Combat Arc Sector, and you will get loads of this. This is just, this one is the, no, this is just the, this says Arc Sector, but you can get a larger version and bigger sections and other parts to it, such as mech shops and big bastions and all sorts of stuff on these. But I've used them for ruins, and I have more ruins now to be able to fill out a table with them, which is handy. And spare pieces or broken pieces you've used do come useful as pokey things to get these bits out. You do have to really jab them in, or jab at them to get them out sometimes. And that bit goes in there and across there. My glue just does not want to hold it for some reason. It doesn't want to hold. I don't know why. Right, now we need... Oh. See, I've got two bits like that. Which bit do I need? I need them both. One's the top, one's the bottom. Okay, so these weird shaped ones, they're the top and bottom pieces for this section. This entire angled section round here. So let's try and get these out without snapping anything. It wouldn't be the first time I've snapped something, so I do know it's fixable to a degree. But I'd rather not snap it in the first place. Then I don't, if you don't have to fix it because it isn't broken, then you way bloody hay, eh? So just for temporary purposes, let's pick that up there and slot that in where it's supposed to go, which is all the way along the bottom there. And then this piece does the exact same and becomes what holds all that together. As I said, I was wondering what was going to hold all this together because it was wobbling an awful lot. Now I've got to find another really silly, really silly shaped bit, which is going to be this one. And this is going to be the end capper down here. I know I complain about GW's ability to make instructions and things on sprues, and I complain a lot about it, but right now I could do with a few of those numbers just to make sure I'm getting the right pieces to go in the right place. There we go. So we have, that's the end capper there now, and these bits are falling out because I've not glued them because I'm an idiot. So these go back in there, and that goes in there. Because last time I did a TT combat kit, I ended up just getting it all to stick properly with the glue that I put on after the fact. And this means, by the looks of it, we might have to make another girder piece to go up and hold. I'm guessing it's going to go right there, and it's going to be the same as that one, which is essentially our central support. If I keep going like this, I might actually be able to get the entire thing built by the time I need to run. Because I'm making good progress on this, but I'm making good progress on this mainly because I'm not talking to chat as much as I should, which does not make me feel good. It just highlights to me how much I am not doing the very basic things. Aha! Right, now I know why they cut that in there, because that's the base for it. Now there's one more of those, which make up the side, which is those pieces, but this one's just on its own, whereas the rest were all nicely stuck together. I have lots of other pieces on this bit of sprue that I'm not sure what they're for. That's the good thing about MDF is you can snap the bits you're not going to be using to get the bits you do want to use out. So we get that piece on. No, we get glue first. Put glue on and glue on. And then put that bit on. Haha. We're learning slowly, very fucking slowly, but yeah, we're learning. I've still got more World Eaters to finish off. It's just that I'm burnt out on World Eaters just for the time being. I don't want to. Well, I'm not burnt out, but I don't want to be complete to the point where I never want to see a World Eater again. I'm not looking forward. Well, I am, and I'm not looking forward to when the new starter set comes out, because I've got to start Space Marines again then, and I've also got to have a look at my orcs and go, right, what needs to be built from them. That's my old orcs, not the new ones in the box set. And then I'm going to have a lot of Space Marines and orcs to be putting together. And let's face it, at this point in time, I'm rather sick of doing Space Marines. I've done about 500 of the bloody things. So yeah, I'm a little bit sick of doing Space Marines at this moment in time. Oh, right, okay, so now we have these 3 bits. So where are they supposed to go? If you want to be like that, you can be like that. We'll glue up that section and we'll put you on there. Put you back on to make sure this time you're sticking. There, now stay where you're supposed to. Ah, there they are. So there's 3 little holes there. Good evening, Clumsy. You're painting World Eaters just now. I've got to, yeah, after the Hell Brute and the Terminators and my Proxy Hell 8-bound and my Angry Ron, and then 20 Berserkers, and yeah, I'm a little bit, stick them to one side for now, and I'll come back to them later when I'm more in the mood to actually paint them rather than rushing them. One thing I don't want to do is rush them and end up messing them up, so I've stuck them to one side. Yep, just trim. I'm sick of painting them, Cam. I'm sick of painting them. If you still want me to kick your ass with them, not a problem, but I'm just sick of painting them for now. I'll quite happily kick your ass with them, that's not a problem. That's the fun bit of Space Marines. It's just painting the bloody things. They haven't got as much trim as Chaos, but still, they have enough to make it annoying. Shoulder pads and bloody pieces of paper and wax seals. Really? Pieces of paper and wax seals on your armour going into battle? That does not sound like fun. What is also not fun is losing a tiny little bit of MDF. When you need 3 pieces and you just clip one out and now you've not got it anymore. Well, let's find out where it's dropped to. By putting the light on. The big light, that is, not the painting light. There it is. Quick enough, weren't it? Once I've got big light on, I can actually see the things going on around me. So, is it the big bit that goes in there? Or is it the little bit that goes in there? It's the little bit that goes in there. So, glue on the little bit, and you go in there to be pretend pipes. Because pipes aren't square. So they're obviously pretend pipes, because yeah, apothecary bits are awful. The new when they brought the first Primaris apothecary out, I think I broke his shoulder stuff off about 6 times before I decided, do you want to know something? No. Okay, he's having the other set instead. He just have lights and stuff. Because I couldn't be bothered sticking his injectors and things back onto him for the 7th time. So there we go, we've got little groovy bits. Groovy, baby, groovy, nice. Please don't ask that, please don't judge me on it either. Words come into my head, sometimes they end up coming out of my mouth instead. Okay, that's now saying that bit's done. That's done. Right. So what are all these bits for then? Because I've got loads of bits here that look like they're supposed to... See, I've got a bit that almost positive is supposed to cap that bit. I'm 999% sure that like that bit there is where it's supposed to go. So I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to put it there because it just... The other one did. The other one put it there. And I've only got one bit of... It's the only one I've got on this entire sprue, and it's the only one piece on that'll go on. And there's a few other bits that I'm just not sure, like the bottom of this. It doesn't seem to say put anything on there. No, we don't put anything. I did miss this square out. I did miss this square out. That's good. What do you mean, thank God it's not just you? I don't know what have I said now? Is it dropping bits and can't see them? Because no, that's not just you, that's everybody. That's anybody who's done this hobby has definitely dropped an arm or a gun or something they didn't mean to drop. Sometimes we do it on purpose. We break stuff on purpose. That bit becomes fun. Right, so now that bit's on there, I'm just going to dab some glue on there. And then that can go back in. To be glued in place this time. To be that section. Move that all the way, otherwise you're not going to stand up. See, so now we have a nice large section. So if where's Psycho gone? Oh, random outbursts of words. No, it's not just you. I do that as well. So now, if I was to pull that up and hold him in place, so you can still see, get models in the window to get cover, as well as stand them behind the wall and underneath, so you can't get shot. It works. So the next piece, I believe, is going to be another rather large corner piece. And there's 6 sheets to this, by the way. Yeah, points are just dropping the hobby itself. It's really hard to do. Once you're hooked, once you're in, you're kind of stuck for life. Okay, so now we want the next piece, which is going to be this one. It says to start with this wall. Which is already flexing way more than I want it to while I'm trying to push it out. There we go, so we want that wall there. Now, do we want... We want 2 of those. No, 4. I hope there's another one on one of these somewhere because I can only see 3. Yeah, I can only see 3 of those on here. Oh no, there's the 4th one. There's the 4th one. Found it. It was hiding. Well, come on, you. 2. Come on. Got you. Thank you. 3 and 4. Ooh, no. Okay, rush, last rush. Come on, rush. More speed, less haste type of thing, rush, but yeah. I mean, I have managed to drop points, but that's only when they've FAQ'd them and knocked a nerf points from me. I've never actually managed to lose points the natural way of scrubbing them off. So a little bit of glue in there. And then that goes on to that bit. There's a bit of fallout in this section, isn't it? Vault opening. A bit of a door on it. There we go. Three. And then the last one is 4th one, which now goes into this. So that's all 4 of the sections around the vaulty door bit in. And I actually glued them this time. All 4. I was also supposed to have some longer bits. Pardon me. No, these are just the straight ones. Yeah, these are just 4 straight ones. Sorry. Which are those 4 there. Bart, yes, I do remember you. It's been a while since you've been in, Bart, but yes, I remember you coming in. Can't remember what you collect though, because it's been a while. Yeah, I want to do that as well, Fargrim, just that nobody wants to spend 13,000 points to face my Space Marines. Because apparently I've got too many. I don't think I've got too many. I think I'm only about halfway through and I need to double my force. But apparently I've got too many. I still think I need more. Right, now these are supposed to go all the way up and jam higher. Or are you just supposed to level out? They're just supposed to level out. That's okay. Oh, I have people in the kitchen. Looking for snacks and foods and stuffs. I don't know who I've got in the kitchen. I hope they live here. They should do. The doors are locked. But that's sometimes better safe than sorry. 2 Space Marines is too many. Never mind 2 Space Marines. Tell you what, you get all your Tau and Necrons and I'll just take Space Marines and we'll see who wins. Probably you, because I can't fit all my stuff on a 6x4 board. All my Space Marines. Or if I could just take everything that I've got. Can I just take everything that I've got and just have it all as one big huge army? Just all of it. Eldar, Guard, Orcs, World Eaters, Tyranids, Space Marines. Just everything. And just use it as all one big massive army. Can we do that? I take all of my stuff, you take all of your stuff, and duke it out, because you've got some big stuff, Cam. You got to admit, like storm surges, riptide. Well, storm surge, riptide. You've got some pretty big stuff. Nope. Why not? Why not? Need to fix up some dinner soon. Not a problem, Twisted. What are you having, if you don't mind me asking? Because good food's good food. And we like food. Food's nice. The bottom feet capper things, which are being awkward and not going to need these two that are coming out. Oh, you're gonna soon have a monolith. See, you're gonna have a monolith as well. So it's not like it's gonna be a complete. You're gonna be able to take out my Baneblade and my Russes, and a few other things. I should imagine with all that. Hello, Kirsty. Hello. We've got to finish Clumsy's army first. I'm assuming Clumsy's is the Tyranids, and you're gonna have to finish printing out all that first, and getting all the scenery and stuff ready, and getting all the paint schemes and stuff ready for her Tyranids. So yeah, apparently you've got to finish that first, Mister. Don't worry, I've got 2 75mm cats coming from Graham that I'm gonna have to get done soon before I'm allowed to buy stuff. Speaking of which, Twisted, did you order your kitty cats? Have you got yours on the way? Or are you still waiting to put that order in? Because I know these Abyssinians, even though I went for British short hairs, because mine's a British short hair, not Abyssinian. And I've gone for the 2 British short hairs and the one that was curled up sleeping. How are you doing, Kirsty? Have you got a good charger this time? Are you set for a charger? Do you have the stuff you need? Are you going to panic halfway through and realise, oh no, everything's shutting down? Or are you going to be sweet and alright? I'm not doing too well. I'm feeling like shit, in all fairness. But I'm still here. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yes, you got a charger. Awesome. Because, no offence, Cam, you are a tool as well, but yeah, Kirsty can be on the ball when she wants to be. Right, so this is supposed to go along. How the hell is that supposed to go along there? So that's supposed to go in. I don't get how that's supposed to work. Unless they're supposed to go in. Aha! So there's going to be an overhang. There's supposed to be an overhang, people. See? You've doubled up on your phones. See, you're learning. 2 devices just in case one don't bloody work. So, smear of glue down the top there. I know it's very, very basic. I'm not even using a proper glue spreader. Oh, how my primary school teacher would be shouting at me right now because I'm not using proper glue spreader. And then that bit goes in there. And ta-da, we have a wall on the floor. Just one wall so far. Oh, we've got another wall piece that's got to be... So this is another recessed grate. So this one's going to have 3 little bits on it that have to be clipped onto it. Let me just check that the bit it goes to does. Yeah, it is supposed to have that wall section there. So just pop that bit out if you can. Very gently. Very gently. Fuck's sake. Just come out, you little shit. Don't get angry at pieces of wood. It's not healthy for you. And then get your 3 little Bitty Bobs. 1. Two. And the third one. That's it. So Tao have taken over what should have been the creation of Clumsy's army. Calm, you're gonna get yourself in fucking trouble. I mean, I know I've got a couch and everything, and if you really need it to crash on for a night, that's fine, but you know, think before you do some shit, mate. Think before you do some shit. Because although I'm willing to let you sleep on my couch, I'm sure you don't want to. You'd rather sleep in your own bed. But yeah, if you mess up with Clumsy, she's gonna, yeah. I'll see you later. Put a bit more glue in there so I can come back with my brush. I'm only keeping him for one night. Jesus Christ, you can have him back after that. Bloody hell. I'm not letting him move in forever. I'll keep him for one night while you calm yourself down, and then you can have him back. Poor Cam sat there going, this is me you're talking about. Yeah, we know. We know. Alright, Clumsy knew what she was letting herself in for when she started up. And I've put them on the wrong way round. Which is not difficult because it's still wet glue. I can just flip them. Oh, I get on camera as I flip them. There you go. Go in. Problem with PVA and MDF, it does make it a little bit softer if you put too much on. So be careful with the amount of PVA you're putting on. Just because you don't want it to turn into sloppy paper. Ew. Yeah, no. Only one night. You should have calmed down enough by then to let him back in the house and communicate, I hope, without chucking something at him or weaponizing something that shouldn't be weaponized. And then we've got the recessed barbed bit again. Or rebarred bit. And then, so if we're looking at this that way, this goes on there. But we don't want to push that bit out. I want it to line up nicely and go in. You feel like you could sit there for hours making these? I've got another pack of ruined buildings if you're offering. I mean, you will have to come round here and do it on camera, but if you're willing to, yeah. I've got another pack of it's 8 sheets in total for 4 buildings. Is the total for it. But they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Right, now we need the... So looking at this bit, and looking at that bit, we need those 3. See those 3 there? There's one. They are supposed to have a little spike on them, which is really annoying because that looks like it could snap off so easily. So easily. You're camera shy. Ah, bless you. I'm getting a picture of you at my wedding though. Pair of yous. Now, not necessarily one of the photographer pictures, but we have got a photo thingy so you can use it. $33 more shipping containers. Yeah, rather you than me there, Twisted. That is too many shipping containers. Far too many shipping containers. Why have you got so many shipping containers? Are you building a container city? It's about the only thing I can think of is why you would need that many shipping containers if you're building a city out of shipping containers. Pardon me. The Book Nook. You are a bit of a book goblin, though. So you get Dice Goblin, which people have lots and lots of dice. And then you get people like Kirsty, who is practically on the verge of having her own library at this point in time. Oh, I've done that the wrong way around, you moron. It's supposed to go that way around. How many times do I call myself a moron per stream? Should we have a moron counter up there? Just to go, that's like the 14th time and we've only been going for 20 minutes. Sorry. But I did fuck up. You got loads of dice as well, so not only you're a book goblin, you're a dice goblin. Okay. Loads of dice, loads of books. Oh, did you see Sparkles is... Yeah, you've seen it now, I should imagine. The one dice that is them all. So it's shaped like a D6 dice, but it's got spinny little plates on each side, and one's a D20, one's a D10 with 2 rings, so you can do a percentile. You've got a D8, a D6, a D4, a D12. So basically an all-in-one D&D dice. Oh God. So that's you pretty much bought most of their stock, I'm guessing, just to cap out the rest of your bookshelves with more books. Wouldn't surprise me if you've got a couple of books that you're not even going to read, just to have them in there to fill it out. There's a nice big gap down there, and I'm not happy about that nice big gap. How do I fill in that nice big gap? Oh, I get an end piece. I get an end capper. So these are going to fill in the nice big gap down here. Yes, you have, and you want your own library. And you've bought books just for the sake of filling it out. Oh, Kirsty, you're off your head. I think I'm mental sometimes, and then you all show me that I'm not abnormal. Because you're all just as normal as I am. It's great. I think I heard a laugh from in the kitchen then when I said I was normal. Probably means Sparkles or one of the older kids are down. They certainly don't think I'm normal. Anything but, to be quite honest. Anything but normal. At least I'm honest about it. Most people think I'm weird. Which they're allowed to. They're allowed their opinions. Just like they're allowed to go for a poo. All amounts to the same thing, even out of my mouth. Opinions and arseholes, every fucker's got one. Usually amounts to shit all. Because it only affects very few people. Unless you're one of them oddities that your opinion actually gets out to that many people and they listen to you. But usually if you're one of them oddities that happens, you're also an arsehole as well. So, and you're usually giving people a lot of crap advice. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tate. I'm looking at you. literally. But yeah, he's another one with too many opinions and a big asshole. What is normal? Apparently, it's what the masses do. So, regardless of whether you think it's normal or not, if enough people do it, it becomes normal. Which is scary. Because I'm sure there was a reason why Pompeii got burnt to the ground, and that's because they were debauched little fuckheads. Right, so now we've got this section here, which is supposed to get this bit on. And it looks like it glues in behind it as opposed to directly onto it. So this could be easy and fun. It could be. I forgot to do the YouTubey thing. If you're here and you would like to stay and come back again, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you're liking what you like, and do the YouTubey stuff. You know what it is. If you want to join the Discord, it is free, by the way, and there is a link in the description. If you wish to join the Patreon, which I have one person at the moment, and they pretty much have free access to me whenever they want anyway, on telephone calls or anything, stuff like that. So the hour-long discussion thing is kind of moot at the moment. But if you do want to join the Patreon and you're thinking, oh, that means I can at least, he'll sit down with me for an hour and he can help me with stuff, or I can just talk to him and batter his head, then go ahead. Join the Patreon. I only have one tier. That was the Eldari. No, it was Pompeii. That was Pompeii, mate. Eldari just copied them. And Greeks were dirty bastards. Right, I'm supposed to have another long one with... Are you on a different section? Right, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for a long one with 3 graty things in it. That one. That one there, which is on a completely separate sheet to all the other stuff. Because why wouldn't it be? Why would it be on the sheet that I'm working on? Why wouldn't it be on the 3rd sheet down? And really awkward. Really, really awkward to snap out. You've got to apply pressure at certain areas and then hopefully it doesn't break completely, and then you can try and wiggle it out of place. See, so you can get it to flip like that, and then you can try and wiggle it a bit. But this is being a right pain, this one. There we go. And now this is supposed to go where again? Is the 2. There are 2. And neither one of them actually look like that piece, apart from the fact that it's got the grate on it. Are there any other pieces with the grate on it? Just so I can double check and make sure I'm getting it right. No, so it's got to be one of those 2 pieces. Unless it's on one of these, and I can't see it on any of these. It's definitely not long enough to be a part of any of them. And it's supposed to go over this section, so it's going to have a bit of length on it. But that's just, like, way too long, and it looks like a flat piece. So that's just stupid size. So it can't be that one. Unless you're saying it's lots of little... Oh, it is, isn't it? I figured out what it is. It's not one piece. It's not one piece. It is on this sprue, but it's these little bits. It's 3 individual pieces. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be one piece to make it really easy? Because it's... I know why. Because it's set back and at different levels. Or different pieces. See? Bit of the back of one snapped off then. See, because it delaminated there. If you see where it's splitting off now. See? It's delaminated now. And now you can open it and spray. Open it and splay it apart, but that's supposed to go there. Then the other one, which has got the grate on it, is go at this side, and then the bit with the bullet holes on it goes at the middle. Way, hey, we figured it out. I am not as stupid as Calm looks. And I can say that because I think the video's still up with him on. Yes, Cam, remember you have been on a video on this channel before. You were on a battle report. And I'm not sure if that battle report's still up from like 9th edition. I think I might have took it down just because, well, it wasn't a very good battle report. It was 2 idiots trying to learn how to read a book. Which was pretty much all that battle was. 2 complete idiots trying to read a book. And neither one of us being able to properly. Well done. Right, okay, so you're not for this bit. I need to come back to you soon. When we get round to the other piece. Right, so that's those 3 bits on. And now, in the same section, we have... How many are supposed to have? 4? So if we're supposed to have 4, looking at it, I'm going to say it's them 4. That's what, yeah, those 4 look like the bits that are supposed to slide down. And I don't mean just slide down this and land there. I mean supposed to slide down into the gaps and the grooves. Because that's how it works. Oh, I'm so looking forward. I should be getting delivery this week. I won't be doing a what did I get delivery this time. Because I'll just tell you, it's more werebears to be £8. And as I said, it's the 3 cats that Sparkles like the look of. I'll probably end up with the full collection of those cats eventually. But they are not bad price for what they are, and the detail on them is absolutely stunning. Two hours to photograph 15 units. Look, if it was me, it'll take longer. It'll take longer. Or I would, to get the results you want, or I would just not get the results you want and do it quick and it wouldn't look as good. It'll still take me 2 hours, but just wouldn't look as good. So I ain't complaining, that's good. You're doing alright there, Graham. Need more glue. Need more school glue. Need more school glue. Need more school glue. Now, is the spiky bit supposed to go on the outside or on the inside? On the outside, right. Spiky bit on the outside. There you go. It's a good job the actual instructions are nice and clear, even though it is only photographs. Because otherwise I would be really struggling with this crap. If it was Games Workshop style but without the clear instructions, I would be screwed. so much I wouldn't be able to do. In this case, I'm going to glue up there, and I'm also going to glue down the back there, so that when I do put this in, hopefully it pulls it all together a bit, and then it's not as obvious that it's splayed that bit of MDF, and it can hold it in a bit more. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, that is a problem, because I do a lot of just raw videos, which by raw I mean I go live and whatever comes out comes out. That's it. Tough. No editing, no changing my mind. It's happened now. I've got to deal with it. Because I do a lot of that, when I shot my short, my only short, and then I went back to watch it, I realised that's not good. That's not as good as I wanted it to be. But it's better than anything I've put out, because I've never put anything out like that before. Oh, I've got to find a little circly bit. Where's this little circly bit? Now, by the looks of it, the little circly bit's going to go on both of them big doors. So let me just check the other big door. Yeah, that's going to have another big little circly bit on it. So that means I'm missing a bit of a sprue. I'm missing a bit of a sprue. Oh dear, I'm missing a bit of a sprue. Oh my. I'm missing a bit of a sprue. Oh no. Oh no, there. Found it. I need to get that circle. That is just so small, I couldn't find that one there. Clumsy, go make some brew, please. I know it'll probably be cold by the time you get it here, but you're nice to me sometimes. That doesn't sound good. You're nice to me sometimes. You're generally nice to me, which is why I'll ask you to go make me a brew. I'm not sure if Sparkles is... I think we've got something going around the house, you know. Because I've not been good today. Sparkles hasn't been good today. Mini Lads has not been feeling too good over the weekend. And teenagers haven't been feeling too well over the weekend either. So I think we've got something going around the house. Oh, there we go. We've got the open hatch handle bit. This is going far too fucking smoothly. What's going on? Right, so on... it's going to be that bit, isn't it? And where's this supposed to go? All the way over on that end. Right, so let's move that around a bit. Oh no, go. You glue back in, please. You glue back in. Right there. Right there. Stay there. Turn my phone back on. And then this goes... Right. So this is going to go on the end of this side here. So that goes in there. That goes in there. More glue. That goes on. Blah, 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 blah. Splickety, splickety, splash, splash, splish. All done and dusted. Get it in there like it. There we go. That goes on the end there. And now, right, we've done this bit before. You get the big square, because this is the strut that goes in. She made her one brew the other day. I wasn't there. And no, Cam made me that brew while I was round. You didn't make me a cup of tea. Cam made me a brew. He also made you a brew, I think, and a cigarette. Although you did make him, you did complain at him for the fact that I'd been around there for about 20 minutes and he'd not made me a brew. So, granted, I could classify that as you helping. But he put kettle on. He put kettle on and made it. Well, he sat there calling me out, you greasy, because I was telling him about all the Tyranids. Oh, you passed me the bug. Right, so Cam's the one to blame for passing me the bug. Well, no, because it's been like well over a week. Has it? Yeah, it's been over a week. We should have shown should have shown signs of it before then. And it would have come. I imagine it would have been me who got ill first, rather than children, because obviously they weren't with me. And glue down these bits. Time will come when I come to paint this, how much detail. I did feel bad last stream. Yeah. Let's see those teeth. Not got round to them yet. They got there on the... Where are they? I spotted some a minute ago. Yeah, they're on that bit. So they're going to be on a generator, and there's a couple more down there. It does have some. I wasn't losing my mind. I wasn't well, that's debatable, but I definitely did see some. Whether or not I'm losing my mind, well, you'll have to ask Sparkles about that, because she often thinks that I'm losing the plot. That's that piece, and then a bit of glue around the end. Not enough teeth. No, I've got a feeling just going through this kit now as I'm putting it together. It's a good base start, but it needs a lot of other stuff going on it, which means I'm going to have to, just like with the ruined buildings, I'll be foam bricking up all the walls. This is going to need something else extra adding to it. But as the overall, let's make us a building, in fairness, it's not that bad. If you join all the walls up, like so, you end up with quite a decent sized footprint for a building with something that does go in the middle. Speaking of the last corner, which I'm assuming is going to be this bit. Yeah, so when it comes to that, I do have some cannons and stuff. I found a couple of cannons that would go nicely, I believe. Right. So now we're on for this one. When this one actually wants us to pop that out. It looks like you can actually pop the doors as well and make them open if you wished. I'm not going to, but you could. I mean, I did on the ruined buildings, but I'm not going to on this because I'm not going to have anything coming out of them. Whereas the ruined buildings, I had rubble coming out from windows and things on one of them, and I had it all broken in. I'm not doing that with this one, because that took a lot of tinfoil, a lot of bricks, and a lot of polyfiller. Or just wall filler. No, because you can actually buy a squig pen. You can actually get the squig pen. I might wait for the squig pen for that, because I've only got a few squig riders. I don't have many squigs, so it doesn't make sense to do too much squiggy stuff because I can't put squigs in it yet. I mean, I suppose I'll probably get away with a bit of a Gretchen house because I have a few Gretchen, and I will be getting more with 11th. So I think I have about 5 or 6 spare Gretchen from the set that I got to do the Arc stage, as well as the Runt Herd, and then I'm going to have whatever comes in the 11th edition box, which I think is another 10 Gretchen on top of that. So they should be fun. See if I can make a little Gretchen house for them all. And we need, is it just the 2? Yeah, it's just the 2. Just these 2, and these what make the door stand either proud or recessed. Recessed in this case. I wish they'd make some stuff stand proud rather than recessed, but I understand because they're using pegs and tabs and stuff that recessing is easier than making it stand proud. Oh, come out, you little shit. There we go. And then glue in the hole. Stick the thing in the hole. Yeah, stick the thing in the hole. And that's how you get orcs. You didn't know that, did you? Stick the thing in the hole and that's how you get orcs. Now that we've got that bit, that goes in there, and then we have a nice door. I hope. Oh dear, I'm pushing myself a little bit more to no. Okay, yeah. This Come on, lass, come on. Come on, you've been doing this long enough now, you should be able to drive through. Push yourself, push yourself. Don't just say no because you're feeling a bit shit. Come on. Get it in there, you fuck. There we go. I recessed door. Yep, just done that bit. Now we want the floor, which is obviously that large section there. See, there is probably loads of free. Calm. Did you see that comment Francois just made? Did you say break up my stomper? Did you just say break up my? No, that's what transfers Lasgull into battle. That's his personal transport. Yeah, I understand what I've just said. I've just said a near enough 900-point model is a transport. But, no, yeah, it is. That's my transport for Lasgull. I'm not turning that into a bleeding bit. Are you nuts? Do it now. No. I've still got to fix his arm. He's currently only got his cannon. So, I've got to put his big choppery arm back on. And finish painting it in general. But now I've got an actual colour schemish for my army, which is yellows. I can now put a bit of a paint job on it and get it all nicely painted up to match the rest of essentially the speed wall that I'm building. Even though I started out as Death Skulls and lots of ranged, now I just seem to have accumulated enough stuff to be able to make a speed war. So that's my copters and my buggies and my bikes. But Lasgull needed something to go in because I don't have a battle wagon. I'm still in the process of kit bashing one, but I don't have it yet. Glasgow needed something to go into battle in. I'm not correct. Look, Fortress of Redemption, fine. Aquila, Strong Point, fine. I will break those down for the sake of kit bashing more scenery. I am not, however, destroying my Stomper. That was a Father's Day gift, and I will be keeping that for a very, very, very long time. I would get to model up the gutsy whatsits of the Stomper, but I would like to leave the Stomper in. Essentially, the only reason I can field an Ark army at the moment is because I've got the Stomper. That is the only thing keeping me being able to field an Ark army at this moment in time, because it takes up a huge chunk of points. Whereas the bikes and the copters and everything else don't do that much. So the Stomper's pretty much half my Ark, 2,000 point Ark army at the minute. So not a chance. Not a chance. But I do need to paint it. You are right there. I do need to get that done. And of course I won't be doing October as much this year because, well, for a good 2 weeks of it I'm going to be panicking. And then for the third week of it I'm going to be in Mallorca. So, yay. So now we have the final section to go around. See how actually it does make a full square-ish building once you've put all the pieces-ish together, including the end pieces, which I've not finished putting on yet. Right, those bits aren't the bits that I'm using now. These bits are the bits that I'm using now. I can mail you the big shooter to build onto your Captain Bagshot submarine thing. Then I could play the land shark as a stop. Making a land shark. I mean, I like proxying. I don't mind proxying, you know this. I have many proxies. Land shark. That sounds interesting, I'm not going to lie. However, right at this moment in time, I'm looking for this red piece here, which I don't seem to be able to find on there. Oh, there it is. There it is. That was really well hidden. Where's Wally shit's really doing my head in. Good night, Graham. Subscribe now, as Graham says. Great, that's Graham saying that, not me. Graham saying that everyone's got to subscribe now. But if you wish to, feel free, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. To be honest, I can't stop you. But I'm not going to either. But have a good night, Graham. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the prompt response on that order. By prompt, I mean I ordered it Saturday afternoon and it was printed and ready to be picked up Saturday afternoon. Enough time, obviously, for him to be able to print it up, but them kitty cats look awesome. I'm not going to lie, the cats look awesome. Which is why I bought them. Can't feel you, you're already so. Yes, you are, Francois. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And all my other subscribers, I thank you all as well. I think we've already got about 150 to go, and then we're at 500. Which I never thought I'd make it to. I never thought I'd make it to the 350 mark, never mind the 500 mark. Especially when you go a year, the first year, when people say that's when you get your biggest growth. It's like, really, it's when you get your biggest growth. I have 40 subs. And only 3 of them came to see me. So, I'm blaming, well, not blaming, but I'm putting down to all future growth on this channel to my subscribers, because I'm obviously not doing anything to help, so it must be all you lot that are doing it. Whether it be hyping my videos or sharing them out there. Because I've noticed they go all over the place from Discord and 48 to go. Oh, wait a minute, no. That can't be right. I cannot be 48 subs away from 500. I'm a 48 away from 450? Some 400, sorry? How many am I away? No, he's still saying I'm 150 away from 500. I have 350 subscribers. Unless you're on the models that you pay in Fagram, in which case, good luck, mate. Crack on. Crack on. Because it's going to take friggin' ages to do all them. Right, now we've got 1, 2, 3. Ooh, what's that end one? That end one looks like it's a bit special. The end one is a bit special. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we get a special one at the end. We can do it. We can do it, people. We can get these 4 corners done before I have to go and acid wash the porcelain. And that's the nice way of saying it. But if we can get all 4 corners done, that just means I've got the middle bit, which is awkward as shit. I've already had a look at that bit, and I'm not looking forward to it because it just looks, yeah, as I said, awkward as shit. And then glue it down. Glue it down. Did anyone else hear that? I hope not. Voice is coming out again. That's not a good sign. I probably should get medication, shouldn't I? For, you know, the fact that I'm nuts. And I've got a certificate to prove it now. Or at least a certificate to prove it in a certain, at least, yeah. Well, give him space type of. One of them type of certificates. Should probably sort that out. Get the medication. Then maybe it might not be quite as strange. The fuck am I kidding? Yeah, I'm always going to be strange, aren't I? Yeah, I mean, I've done crap loads of videos, hundreds of videos. This is what, 100. This is Models and Musings number 142. So, just from Models and Musings alone, I've done 142 of them. That's not including all the Sparkles and Oaks videos, the Orc Rock Stage videos, the Cats and Catacombs videos, or live streams, should I say. Because I've done a fair few. If you actually think about how much stuff I've done on the channel over the last 4 years, I've done a lot. I've done way more than I realise. Between all that, I was also doing the Space Marines, the Tyranids, some Orky stuff, some terrain stuff, because I've said 2 ruins. What am I certified for? I've got ADHD. Well, I've got the certificate for ADHD ADHD, but I show very high signs of having the autistic side of ADHD. And I'm just me in general, and you've known me long enough now to go, yeah, he's not normal. Go on, Clumsy, you've met me. You've met me numerous times. I've sat in your living room, I've sat in your stood in your kitchen. You've spoken to me and had conversations. I'm not exactly what you would call sane. You know this just as well as Sparkles. Well, almost as well as Sparkles. Sparkles lives with me. She gets hit all the fucking time. All the time. She even points out when I'm getting a bit too much. I had to do a self thing and get referred privately, which wasn't fun because I had to fill out a form which I still say was targeted. They made those questions on purpose to catch me out. So I'm not happy with the questionnaire they gave me because I think they've done research on me beforehand, and the questions were targeted specifically at me. If I felt very personally attacked when they give me that questionnaire. It's when they asked somebody who's known me well enough since I was like 12. I was struggling to find someone. I think I ended up getting Ramrod to do that bit. I scored 0 points off what Ramrod said, and I'd already well cleared what I needed to. So, in their eyes, it was, yeah, he's well and truly gone. He's woohoo. So that's what they thought. So it was a formality asking someone else. They'd already made the bloody decision. But it's helped me realise a few things about me. And stop me being quite as self-conscious about certain bits. So, yeah, along with my non-epileptic attack disorder, I also have ADHD. So I'm a whole bundle of fun to take somewhere I am. What's he gonna do? I don't know, but he's probably gonna be. Don't trust Cams. Cams are dicks. Cams haven't got a fucking clue. Cams just want to keep you on their books as long as possible so they can get paid. That's what Cams do. Useless pieces of shit. Cams are awful. I don't like Cams. I'm not allowed to talk to Cams. Sparkle says I'm not allowed to talk to Cams. In case I tell them where to go fuck off. Apparently you're not supposed to talk like that to officials. Or maybe the officials should do their official fucking job right, shouldn't they? Oh, you're getting me started now, Clumsy. Stop it. Stop it. I'm getting right riled up over Cams, and I will every time I'll get riled up over Cams. But I don't like getting riled up over Cams because they're not fucking worth it. Essentially, they're wannabe mental health people who can't actually do the mental health side, so to get stuck dealing with other things. So they can go stick it up their arseholes. I don't like them. Really don't like them. So Sparkles deals with anything like that we have to deal with. Sparkles also speaks to a lot of my people for me as well, just to make sure that, you know, they can understand what I'm trying to say, even if I don't. It's like a translator. I think it's more believable if I told people Sparkles was my carer than my wife, you know. It's more believable, I think. Right, I'm going to finish up with this last corner piece. How's the building going? It's going okay. It's going okay. I think I'm about to finish the fourth corner. Yeah. Well, most of the fourth corner, and then I'm going to have to come back to it because essentially I can feel my temperature just spiking at this moment in time, which is not good because I know what that's going to mean. Well, I know what that means. That means that I'm going to have to go upstairs and say hello to something that I don't like saying hello to. I don't like getting that close to certain parts of my house, especially that bit. But I'm going to have to go get close to it, and I don't want to. So we have the fourth corner taking shape, which will be either a corner piece or built into the larger building to make the orc sector, which is good. So when the orcs play, they can have their own scenery. And generic scenery overall just for everybody, which will be the ruined buildings. I'll have a little section of that with being this, but it does mean I can fill lots of a board up with lots and lots of scenery and terrain, so that Tau can't draw line of sight to my berserkers until they're right up in front of them, and by that point it's too fucking late because we're about to get chainsawed in the face. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. We'll take them all. Tau, Eldar, Orc, and even the false emperor's chosen. All shall cower in the face of the great Khorne. Well, I'm getting a bit... Considering I only have one Chaos Force, I'm getting a bit too into that, aren't I? Ooh dear. I should maybe stop. I've got 2 Imperials and about... Yeah, 2 Imperials, 3 Xenos, and 1 Chaos. I just happen to have... Even in that situation, yeah, that'd be a good one. Chaos and Xenos against my Imperium forces. That'll be a good fight. Because I think that'll even them out a bit. Baneblade on one side, Stomper and Norns on the other. You know, that's not too bad, that. Baneblade and tanks on one side with a repulsor and a Land Raider and stuff. And then Norns and Stomper and stuff on the other side. That'll be quite fun. Yeah. Pardon me. This is why I was getting worried. Oh, so he's going to want me to do that bit next, is it? And is that bit actually going to go on here? Yeah, it is. It's going to go on there. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Right, so where are all those bits? That's what I'm struggling to find. One, two, three, four. But I need to find the one with the big teeth on that was showing Francois a minute ago. There it is. Right, now where... so how many is it supposed to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the biggest one go? At the bottom. And then we need to snap out the bit with teeth. Or at least sharp, stabby bits like that. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. This should be the come on, hurry up, lads, hurry up. I don't think you're gonna make it otherwise. And that's not good. Right. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now we need to have a look here. And it's that way around. And like that. Bloody hell. They could have made this a bit bloody easier, couldn't they? Although they are trying to make flat things into a circle. No worries, Buzzard. You have a good night, mate. And I will catch you on the next one if I don't. I've not been on Discord a lot over the last while. And I am sorry about that, mate. We need to get a chat and a catch up. I know some people have the advantage. I don't live far away, so they can call around, but do you live far enough away that a quick call round isn't exactly a quick call round, is it? It's a bit of a pain. So we are reliant on Discord and other things to communicate, which it's good that we can, but yeah, we need to. It's been a while since we've had a chat. Too fucking long, in fact. So this is supposed to be able to clip into that side of it as well. This does not look like it wants to go in at all. So what's stopping it? Apart from the incompetent moron that's trying to do it. Again, using that word. I seem to like that word a lot. Come on. Obviously I can't put them in one by one because of the way it is. I've got to slot them all in. And if I get them wrong, then it's not going to slot. But they seem to have gone in that side fine. So why aren't they going in this side just as fine? And there's some gone in there, well. So how about I put them in that one, because I know they go in the other one. I'll make sure I get them right in this one first. See, that looks like it's a bit big, so maybe that one's supposed to go down there. And then the smaller ones are supposed to go in the other sections? Maybe? I wish I'd have built this kit before. That would have made it easier for certain. No worries. You have a good night as well, Clumsy. I'll speak to you soon. especially regarding the cake. Actually, no, I don't need to talk to you about the cake. Sparkles needs to talk to you about the cake. I've told you all the information I know and everything that I can do. Everything from here onwards is Sparkles' decision. So Sparkles needs to talk to you about the cake. I just need to be there to go, yep. And Nightcam, you have a good one as well, mate. Let me know if you're calling round to do a bit of spraying her out. Just so I can make sure I'm in. And I can find masks and gloves and stuff, because you'll want to use them. Because that's the type of person you are. You're not quite as carefree as me. Which isn't a bad thing. Have I put all them in the wrong way round? They're supposed to go in that way or that way? I think it looks like it's supposed to go in that way. And that one goes in there, and that one goes in there, and that one goes in there. Yeah. And this is all just trying to line up lots of little things. Oh, you're not going yet? Is it just clumsy that's going? Fair enough. Fair enough. Just clumsy going. Just realised, if you're watching on portrait mode, I apologise for what you can see. If you're watching on the horizontal mode, then you can't see it. You've actually got a really good view of what I'm doing for a change. If you're watching on portrait mode, however, you have a view of my desk that even I don't want to view. Haha! There we go. I got it in. I got it in. Right, now what's the next two bits? Next one is that one, which goes on there. And then, so out of the two squares, say the one with the open slots goes on the bottom, which is this one with those two open slots, goes there. Well, that seems to be a bit long. Is that the right one? No, that doesn't seem to be the right one. Is that supposed to go on that one instead? Aha! There we go. So that goes on that one, and that kind of holds it in place. And then we get one that's just a big square with lots of holes. Holes in it. And then that one goes on the back there, and then that's actually going to hold it in place together, which is good. But then we need to glue this bit. I'm going to put a big splodge of glue on it because it goes in there. And that essentially gives us an air vent, or what would have been an air vent on the side. Now, I think that is all 4 sections put together. Now, I'm not sure if I've quite gotten the right way round, because there are 4 corner buildings after all. So which one goes next to which? Right, no, I have got this the wrong way around a bit. So that bit's not supposed to go there. So if we have that there, then that bit goes there. Yeah, that bit comes there, so that means that bit should go there. And that should give us our arc building. Or at least the outer layers of our arc building. No worries, Cam. In fact, I'm going to call it quits at now, Cam, so thank you very much for popping in, mate, and I'll see you later. He was wondering who was winning that battle, me or the wood. Me, eventually. I don't like losing to inanimate objects, so I'll try my hardest not to. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 supports in there, 4 corner units. As you can see, it's a reasonably decent size. Where's Special Librarian with the Phobos Librarian, as I said, being able to fit underneath, as well as plenty of room for him to go on top there. I'll use a test print of Mini Lazes just to have an arc in there. Not a 40k arc, just generic arc. In fact, no, let's put a Chaos Marine in there just to make sure. And that's working quite well. So just to go off the sheet now, I've got the central piece, the extra floor bit there, and the oil pump, and then 1, 2, 3 barricade sections. That's what I've got to make from them. Now they're all going to be scattered across the other sprues, except for the central piece, which is that big floor piece, which should fit in the middle. It's where it's supposed to fit. I don't know if it will. It's where it's supposed to fit. And then all the other bit, including a couple of nice archiglyphs, as Francois said, we do need them. They have to be in there. And then I'm going to have to go looking through all my other arc stuff just to make sure I've got other bits that I can put onto. I mean, as archy as this is, and don't get me wrong, it is a little bit archy. You know, it's not exactly neat and tidy Imperium, is it? But yeah, that needs restarting as well. It's not neat and tidy Imperium, but it's not exactly as archy as I would like it to make. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go through and finish this off, and then I'll probably put it to one side while I finish another project off properly, and then we'll come back to paint and decorate this wonderfully. But as I said, I'm not feeling great. I'm going to go now because I've gone longer than I thought I was going to. Not feeling good enough. I'm not going to be able to. The smell of burnt wood's getting to me now. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming in tonight, especially those of you who've not been in for a while. If you like to come and see us again on a more regular basis, Francois, Clumsy, Twisted, Fargrim, they'd all like you to come back, just so I'm not the only one chattering away, and they're not the only ones that are in there as well. So if you're sat in there and you wish to chat, please do. Don't feel scared. Don't feel scared to chat. We're a welcoming community, but we do have a bit of weird sense of humour. Until Thursday though, which is, again, I'm not sure if I will be streaming on Thursday. Please have a lovely week. Drive safe, everyone, and see you later. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to do that, aren't I? That's what I'm supposed to do. So before I go, I do have a delivery coming from Rogue's Den Hobbies,
which is going to be, as I said, kitty cats and my proxy 8-bound. They should be arriving this week as well. If you do want to go to Rogues Den Hobbies and you do want to order anything, please remember the code LAS10 will get you 10% discount. As far as I'm aware, that it's not classified as a sponsor because I don't actually get anything out of it apart from my friend's business, Kez business. But you get 10% off your order, so please feel free to use it. He has some nice proxies up there. As I said, he's working on the I think the one-page rules Inquisition, but there's no reason why you can't proxy them into other games as well while you're using them. It's what I'm doing with the Werebears, and I've done with the Giant Dreadbear. I'm using that as my Brutalis Dreadnought. So there are many models you can have on there, as well as the cats that look absolutely fantastic. Cannot deny that the cats look amazing. I have ordered 3 of them myself, and I believe Twisted already has one as well, or he's going to be ordering one soon. So good luck if you do get one, because they look difficult to paint if you're as good as I am. It's going to be really easy to paint if you're as good as Twisted or Graham. So depending on your level, you should have fun with it. But as I said, thank you very much, and take care of yourselves, and have a good night.